Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Menace. I'm keen to get another operation done in this video. I'll try and get the whole thing in one video. If it's a part one, it means I'll split it into two. But my goal is to get all three missions done in one go, and we can see how the team grows as we get through it. Last time we started our campaign, we managed to get ourselves some basic equipment for all of our squads. And we did pick up the anti-tank recoilless grenade launcher, which I'm uncertain about. It's either going to be amazing or it's going to be very, very difficult. Now, a lot of people have commented the fact that yes, tech does have the ability to use special weapons without deploying them, but it does say that if they're over a certain size, he can't. And this thing is tripod mounted, so I'm pretty sure he's not going to be able to use it without deploying it. But I still want to try it out to see. If he can't, I'll probably end up giving it to Karda, and then he'll have more of a suppression weapon. We may end up turning his squad into more of a close range squad. If we have a look at his skill tree, I haven't really actually looked at his skills very much yet. He does have the ability to pick up Zigzag, which gives him more defense for movement, Line Breaker, which is an ability that actually moves him forward, I think, and crashes into enemy, or it just goes on the next tile. But then he also has Point Fire, which is more accuracy when not deployed or pinned, and Determined, which reduces incoming suppression. So you can set him up as a very aggressive close range squad. The other option is you go for like Demo Expert, Bags and Belts, Quick Hands, Long Bomb, and Fragmentation, and turn him into like a grenade throwing squad. So we'll have to see how we go with it. One of the other things I want to point out before we kick off is Karda's stats. So I briefly touched on this in the last video, but if you have a look at the stats here, they all correspond to the attributes the squad leader has. So for example, the 58 agility that Karda has corresponds to her 86 action points. Her weapon skill is her accuracy, her valor is her discipline, her toughness is her damage reduction, and her vitality is her hit points, with crit chance and defense going to precision and positioning. Now, Karda has a growth potential of 9. And what that means is that whenever she's in a mission and she's doing something or she's taking fire, the game will roll a check to see if she gets a stat up, and it bases that on her growth potential. And if I go back to her stats here, and I put her starting game stats on this side next to it to compare, you can see that just after one operation, she's gained 1 action point, she's gained 14 discipline, and she's gained 2 damage reduction. I know it looks like the number's gone down, but you want the negative number to be as low as possible, because it needs to be positive. If we compare that to Pike, his stats basically haven't changed, because he only has a growth potential of 2. So Karda, if we keep her for the whole campaign and keep using her, will just get better and better and better. And that's kind of what I want to do. Now, in terms of black market stuff, my next real push for items is I want to get my hands on some smoke grenades, I want to get my hands on some grenades, and I would like more anti-tank weapons. So maybe getting hold of a disposable AT launcher would be quite nice. There's some other nice toys here, but we can't really touch those at the moment. We just don't have the trade value to grab them. Also, in terms of upgrading the impetus, I really want to get ourselves a repair bay. At the moment, we don't have enough components to do that, so after one more mission, or maybe one more operation, we should have enough to get the vehicle repair bay, which means we can repair Rhea's troop transport during operations, and it makes it a lot better and easier to field vehicles, and also use vehicles in a more aggressive role, because they can tank damage, and you don't have to worry about waiting to the end of the operation to repair them. Let's have a look at our system map and work out what we're going to be doing next. We've got 2 operations available to us. One has 2 turns left on it, and one has 4 turns left on it. One of them is an alien infestation, so that's finding aliens again. The other is a pirate invasion, which will put us up against pirate enemies. The pirates are a lot harder for us because we don't have all of the tools we really need to defeat them. It does make it a little bit tricky. Aliens do scale up, and they do get more difficult. I'm tempted to do the pirates just so that we have a little bit of a variety in the enemies we're facing. I am a little bit concerned about this. We could have a hard time. On expert difficulty, you end up finding a lot of pirates, but we'll go for it. We're working for Zion Becker Corporation, who are represented by a terminal, which I find really interesting. But let's start this operation and see how we go. Okay, we have 2 options for our first mission. We can either seize a GTAM site, which is, I think, it's a ground to air missile site. This will give us a supply drop ability to use for the rest of this operation. Or we can secure a repair depot, which is a basically hold your ground against enemies attacking you mission. If we get this, we will get a free vehicle chassis, which could be worth a lot of money to sell, or give us more options in what we're going to do with Rhea. So I'm quite tempted to take that. If we have a look at where these missions go, if we take the secure repair depot mission, mission, we can't do this mission here, which is a sabotage supply infrastructure mission, which will get us a all pirate vehicles have less range, which is quite interesting. Conversely, if we do the ground to air missile site mission, we won't be able to complete or do the break off raid mission, which is a very hard mission, but would get us a random local forces item. I'm a little bit wary of doing a difficulty 3 mission with the squad we have at the moment. This is a difficulty 2. This here is a difficulty 1. I'm actually quite tempted to just go here, here, and here just to get this completed. Get the free vehicle, get ourselves some local forces, basically rescue and disengage. That will get us a 2 auxiliary local forces for the last mission, which is a defeat pirate force. We just have to clash and destroy. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do rescue a repair depot. We're going to do rescue and disengage, and then we're going to defeat pirate force. I would like to do the break off raid mission, but I know how hard these can be. And at 3 difficulty, I just don't think at the moment. We'll see how we come out of the repair depot. If I think if our vehicle isn't damaged, we could potentially do this. But let's plan the mission out, and we'll work out what we're doing. So we have to basically hold this location. And if I add Rhea back to the thing, you can see we're quite high over our limit for how much points we have. We need to find 160 points, even though we have a higher cap for this one. We're still a little bit over. Now, if Tech is using the grenade launchers for this mission, what I'm quite tempted to do is take the crowbar off his squad and give them back the carbine. You can see that giving them a crowbar costs 72 points, but giving them a carbine costs 56. So that's a saving straight away. Because they're going to be in a bit of a support role, I'm tempted to knock them down to about 6 troopers. That still doesn't get me under, but it does give me a little more wiggle room. I don't think his squad needs the magazine pouches, so I'm going to remove those as well. I'm also going to remove the magazine pouches from Carter, and I'm going to remove the magazine pouches from Pike as well. That means we're 95 points over. If I remove a squaddy from Pike, I can actually afford to put Pike down to 6 squaddies. That still gives us 57 points over, which is quite a lot. I don't really want to take too many more squaddies away from Tech's squad. I don't want to drop it below 6. Actually, if I take one more, it will still be 6 squaddies plus him. And we could maybe do the same. I'm leaving Carter with the majority because this gun works really well in high numbers. I mean, all guns work well in high numbers, but I'm just trying to think about our position here. If I remove one more squaddy, we're down to 21 points. I could probably remove one squaddy from here. That gets me to 5 over. What if Carter's more expensive than Pike right now. What if I give one more to Pike and take 2 off Carter? That puts me down to -8. If I gave another one to Tech and took another one off Carter, that's us at -9. Take another one off Carter, we're at 7. I could then give Pike's squad back the magazines. It's a little bit awkward. Carter's squad's quite under strength, but I guess I'll mostly use her for suppression. But then I don't really need this many soldiers in Tech's squad, if I'm being completely honest. If they're just using carbines and they're using the grenade launcher, I think I can afford to drop them down to 4, and I can use the X to bring Carter back up to strength. That's me now. Look, I've got 7 troopers, so Carter plus 6. I've got 7 troopers here. I've got Tech plus 4, and then I've got Rhea. I think this is pretty good. We're at 9 points, so I'm going to give I'm going to give Pike back his ammo pouches for more ammo. Then we need to look at our deployment. It looks like most enemies are going to come from the west and the south. We do have an issue where here's a building that we can't move or see through. There is a strip here where potentially enemies could get behind us. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Pike's squad here in cover. I'm going to put Tech's squad here in cover where they've got good line of sight for everything. I'm going to put Carter's squad here where they've got cover from this side, but they can also try and deal with anyone who's here. And to begin with, I think I'm going to put Rhea here, where she's got coverage with her MG, and I might put her here and park her in this slot here, because the vehicle does benefit from cover, and she'll be able to basically hold that side for us. Really want to get a heavy weapon for her vehicle. All right, that's our deployment. Let's jump into the mission and see how this goes.
Coordinates loaded and stored. Hardware ready to operate at the maximum potential.
Okay, we are on site at the mission site. As you can see, as I thought, this is a building that we can't see around, so Carter is going to have to hold this building. I might actually end up putting Carter here in this corner position, where she's got cover from this direction and this direction. I really like where Pike is. I'm pretty happy where Tech is. He doesn't got cover from this side, so we get attacked from the north. I may need to reposition him, and then I can drive Rhea into this position here. I'm just going to move the secondary objectives off the screen so we have a little bit more real estate. I just need to make sure only destroy as few objectives as possible, complete the mission without losing a squad, and keep control over 80%. That might be quite hard. Looking at the map, we've got quite a lot of cover out the ways, but close in there's not a lot of cover. Generally, in these missions, what will happen is the pirates will flood in with vehicles, and they'll actually end up blocking their egress with parked vehicles that no longer count as enemies because the vehicles aren't armed. So we can actually use that against them. To begin with, I'm just going to move Rhea here. And I'm going to get her to turn around so she's facing her frontal armor towards enemies. There's not much else she can do this turn, so I'm going to end a turn with her. Let's see if any... I hear pirate vehicle, but we can't see them. Oh no, card has detected them. Okay, we've got a pirate vehicle down here. I don't think Tech Squad's going to have line of sight or range on that. I don't think this thing has enough range. You can see there, it's just out of range. So I'm not going to activate him yet. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Carda. I'm going to run her to this position here and get her to deploy and cover. That gives me good line of sight over this whole area. So they're now in cover and they're set up ready to repel these guys when they come in next turn. This is a pirate truck. We haven't seen one of these before since the demo. I really like the design. It looks really cobbled together. I like all of the packs and stuff on top of the cab. Inside it, we have a squad of pirate outcasts. So pirate outcasts they're not as scary as they look. They're actually one of the weakest pirate squads, but they do have anti-tank grenades, so you can't let them get too close to your vehicles. Let's end that turn. Alright, nothing more from the enemy. I want to leave Tech until the end in case he gets the chance to shoot at a vehicle. What I am going to do, can I reach Carda from here? I can. I'm going to give Carda an extra action.
Ready on my signal.
And then I'm going to just deploy. I don't think he's got range to shoot at this. No, I'm just going to deploy Pike's squad. So Pike's squad is now pretty well entrenched in cover over here. They should be able to hold this position for quite a while. Let's end their turn. And then I've got an action with Carda because I used Pike's ability. So I'm actually going to get her to shoot at the truck. Mostly just for an attempt at a stat up. I don't think we're going to do much damage here. Her weapon is not very armor piercing. These guys are in cover. I've actually killed one. Killed two. That's not bad. We got 2 kills there. That's 2 guys we don't have to kill later. Got another pirate vehicle moving in. I still don't think Tech's gun is in range. No. These guys are unfortunately out of range for Tech. And also, I've just realized Tech does need to deploy. I can't use the setup heavy weapon option because you can only use it when deployed. So that's what we need to bear in mind of. If a special weapon has the setup heavy weapon thing, we have to deploy it after it's been deployed. Tech's ability won't work. Do I want to move Tech down to here so that I've got a little bit more range on these guys, or do I want to keep him back here? This is in a bad position for him because I've got cover on both sides. I am going to relocate his squad. Oh, they've spotted... that's weird. No, I think I already spotted that vehicle. They just respotted that vehicle. But I'm going to move them into cover here. It does mean they can't fire next turn because I've moved them, but I think that's okay. Right, now it's just pirates' actions. So we've got marks, we've got outcasts. It's scavengers that I'm worried about. They have RPGs. That's a chain gun squad. We'll have a look at them in a second, and that's a scavenger squad. So Ray is in a little bit of trouble. Alright, so this squad here is a chain gun squad. They have a very nasty suppression weapon that can jam. I love their gear. And this here is a scavenger squad. You can see that they've got a real big mismatch of equipment and armor, but what they do have is an RPG. So they are a big threat to Rhea. Unfortunately, I can't get shots on anyone this turn. I don't want to shoot at them while they're in their vehicles, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Tech, I'm just going to deploy him, and I'm going to deploy the anti-tank grenade launcher this turn. And I do actually have a shot with it. So who can we potentially hit? Can I get the chain gun squad? No. And I can't get the scavenger squad either, which are the 2 biggest threats. So I've got frontal armor, frontal armor, frontal armor, and frontal armor on all of these. I'm just going to shoot this vehicle here. We hit it but did not destroy it. Was there any... Doesn't look like there was any defects rolled for that attack either. As you can see, there's a lot of enemies coming at us here. This can get very spicy very quickly.
What?
Alright, let me just quickly sort the dog out. I'll be too... This situation is already getting a little bit tenuous. We have a lot of enemies inbound. I'm going to activate Carda's squad. And I'm just going to go full auto on these guys because I've got no other targets this turn and it uses less ammo if I just devote their whole action to fire. And that's them wiped out, which is a great start. This vehicle is now just cover. It's not active anymore. It doesn't do anything. I'll try and give you as much of a cinematic view of this as I can. When these pirates deploy, they don't have actions. Now, this is a bad setup for Pike's squad, because Pike's squad can't actually engage these guys very well, because their crowbars are not a close-range weapon. What I could do is I could get Rhea to shoot at them. I don't think I need to worry about friendly fire. I'm pretty certain the mechanics for friendly fire are if you are adjacent to the squad that is being fired at, you can roll friendly fire. But if there's a space between you, I'm pretty sure you're safe. So I'm going to use Rhea's gun to suppress them. Okay, they are actually pinned, which is great. And I'm also going to get her to shoot at these guys just to do as much damage to the infantry inside as possible. I think we got 2 kills there. We got 1 kill there. Okay, and that's her turn over. Basically using the APC as a turret at the moment, but I can relocate it if I need to. Now, this is a problem. Because they're adjacent to Pike's squad... Oh, no, they're not actually adjacent, but... Yeah, we need to deal with this squad. They're now capping the point. So I'm going to activate Pike's squad, and I'm going to use the full auto spray option on his gun. You can see it has a completely different accuracy and range modifier to the sort of 2-shot burst that they normally do. So we're going to go all out with this, and this should do a lot of damage to these guys. Or just miss wildly. That did absolutely nothing. Okay, I was expecting that to do a lot more. I know they had cover. I didn't think they have that much cover. They are pinned down, but that's all that they could really do there. Now we have more enemy inbound. These are all outcasts. So this squad here is currently the biggest threat because it isn't pinned. This squad here is also a big threat. But luckily, the only squad that they could get a flank on is Techs. And they're not deploying for a flank on Tech, which is good.
Here we come!
They could get a flank on Tech. Oh, they are actually firing at Tech. Okay. Okay, these guys... Oh, we got... this is a scavenger squad coming in from the north. And we have another chain gun squad coming in from the south. And we have another outcast squad coming in from the south. Okay, so now a very important aspect of the game now is prioritizing targets correctly. Every time we act, the enemy will act. So I have to preempt what they're going to activate to keep my people safe. The biggest active threats on the battlefield right now are the chain gun squad and this squad here. And the reason for that is they are not suppressed, they are not pinned, and they are not in a vehicle. I could activate Pike squad, shoot at these guys, and shoot at these guys in an attempt to suppress both of them. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to shoot at these guys first. Okay, that's wiped out that chain gun squad, which is excellent. Now let's see if we can suppress these guys. Cool, we got suppression. So every active enemy is currently suppressed or pinned, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, they're grenading Tech squad. That's sad, but there's not much I can do about it. That's their whole turn taken up, though. Because of that, I'm actually going to activate Tech squad next. I don't have a shot on this, but I do have a shot on this. So let's see what we can do. Okay, that was a little bit better. I'm a little bit disappointed in the grenade launcher. I was hoping it would actually take vehicles out. These are very, very light vehicles, not tanks. And the fact that we can't kill a truck with the grenade launcher has me not super excited about it. I'm going to just open fire on this with their carbines in an attempt to kill the remaining crew members. Okay, we killed one more. Okay, they've just deployed, and they deployed basically suppressed with no cover. And then the vehicle exploded. I'm going to activate Rhea next, I think. And we're going to shoot at this squad and this squad. Now, this squad here is a little bit concerning as well. So I think I'm going to open up at this squad and this squad, which has lost its suppression. I can't hit both of them yet. So we'll open up this squad first. Okay, that's them pinned. And then I'm going to hit this squad here. The idea is to keep as many squads suppressed as possible. It's the best way to take control of the fight when we have way less actions than they do. Alright, that chain gun squad is a very big concern, but right now they're going to come up behind Carda, which is a problem. I'm going to get Carda to open fire on 2 squads here, these 2 here. So I'm going to start with this squad here. Okay, that's great. We want... Morale break is massive in this game. So these guys are now all... Well, these guys are fleeing, these guys are wavering. So if we could break them as well... Unfortunately, we pinned them, so they're not going to run away. But these guys are all super suppressed now. We're out of actions. It's down to the pirates. Okay, that's a scavenger squad that's just deployed. Again, we have to be careful for Rhea. I can't afford her truck, her vehicle, to take a defect because I need it for the rest of the mission. Okay, the chain gun squad has deployed. They're not doing very much. That's another scavenger squad. And these guys are just running off into the fog of war, which they're more than welcome to do. Okay, we're going to go with tech first. Again, I want to try and see if we can take a vehicle out. So let's hit this with a grenade. Okay, that's more like it. Completely wrecked that vehicle in one attack. That's what I want to see. I'm going to get them to shoot at these guys because actually they do have pretty decent cover to tech squad. These guys don't have cover to tech squad, but they are fleeing. These guys, I'm just thinking about what my targets are here. These guys are out of range. I'm going to shoot at these guys just to try and keep them suppressed. Cool, they're pinned. If they're pinned, they're not doing anything. Alright, I'm going to hold Rare for now. We're going to go with Pike. I can shoot at this squad, and I can shoot at this squad. Remember, this squad are pinned and are running away. Okay, that's them wiped out. Now I'm just going to... Actually, I don't need to finish this squad off. Well, I will finish the squad off. Okay, cool. So that's turn 4, by the way. We only need to hold out for another 4 turns. So that's going to be Pike squad's turn over. If these guys deploy in front of the MMG on the APC, I'm going to be laughing. Yep, they did. Are they even in cover? No. Well, let's just wipe these guys out. That's them suppressed. These guys are pinned. These guys are fleeing. I think I'm going to fire at these guys again. Okay. Can't do much more because we suppressed them, but they are in a world of hurt. This is really... What I really like about what we're doing here is this is like competent, well-disciplined Marines versus a pirate rabble. And the discipline and the firing, like, control is really showing up here. They are doing... Also, how cool does tech look? Well, with the tripod grenade launcher, it is very cool. We're just cutting them to ribbons, which is really, really fun. And I like that it's only 8 turns. It's like, it's not going to overstay its welcome, this mission. Okay, we have some scavengers coming in from the north, which we don't have cover for Pike's squad. I might also want to start moving Carda's squad, because it looks like the enemy assault has switched from a southerly assault to like a northwesterly assault. So she's no longer in a position where she's that useful. We do know that there is that enemy chain gun squad somewhere over here. So I might start pushing her down this lane to this wall where she can take some more action. So I'm going to stand her up. I'm going to move her to here where she will still have a shot. And it might just reveal that squad for me. It didn't reveal the squad. I'm going to get her to shoot back. There's actually nothing for her to shoot back on. I don't want to push her any further forward because I wanted to be able to move and shoot. If I was to run her here and that chain gun squad is standing here, they would just murder her. So we're going to wait till next turn before we move her again. It's just pirate actions now. Oh, so you notice that even though the squad is in the capture zone, they are not capturing the objective. That's because they're suppressed and pinned. If you're pinned, you can't actually capture a point. We may have a bug. Okay, no, the game took a little while to resolve that. We do still have some scavengers coming in from the south, which is good for tech. We'll probably try and smash another one of these trucks. And they're all kind of deploying over here. These guys are a problem. I'm actually going to target them first with Rhea because I do not want them firing an RPG at her. So we're just going to suppress them. Cool. I'm actually just going to hit them again because they're in the open. Cool, that's that squad wiped out. I didn't want to leave an active squad with an RPG with line of sight on Rhea. Also, notice the enemies can't actually see any of our squads right now because they're all pinned down around them. So if you've got this little symbol above them, it does mean your squad isn't seen by anybody, which means they only know that there's an APC here and nothing else. I am tempted to turn her around to face in this direction. I might turn her to face... I want to leave her facing for the moment, but I'm tempted to turn her around. Okay, straight back to us. I do have a shot here and a shot here with tech. I am going to open fire on this truck. Okay, we damaged the engine on that one, but we didn't kill them. I'm just going to open fire on them to see... Actually, this is probably going to explode due to the big fire. We'll see if they actually get out. We'll just open fire on these guys with the carbines just for something for Tech's team to do. This gun is very hard to relocate because of the double deploy cost. Will it explode? Yes, it will. It didn't kill the squad, though, but it did stun them. Carda's squad now. I'm going to step them out to see what is here. Okay, there is an enemy squad of outcasts. I am going to deploy Carda, and then we're going to open fire on them. That's them wiped out. I'm going to leave her deployed because she only has 10 AP left. In case anyone shoots at her, she will be getting a slight defensive bonus. That's the end of her turn. There's a scavenger squad, so Carter's going to have to take care of them next turn. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use Pike to give her an extra action so she can shoot at them, and then I'm going to get his squad to shoot at these guys. This is an absolute bloodbath. I'm having a lot of fun. Another enemy vehicle just moved in. Oh, it's the same one from before. I don't think they'll deploy, and Tech can shoot them next turn. Alright, let's get Carter to wipe this squad out as well. Probably won't wipe it out, but she'll do a lot of damage. These guys have more armor. Yeah, you can see the difference between the scavengers and the outcasts right there. Another vehicle slamming into the north. You have to watch for these guys coming out of suppression and being out of pinned. Okay, these guys were trying to flee for a long time. There's a good chance the squad will disband. It did. They're out of here. And we've got another chain gun squad coming in from the south. Alright, we are on turn 6 in a second. This is what I was worried about. That's the chain gun squad. They're going to try and suppress Carda. And they've just taken out Wolf Mother. This is a big problem now. Carda's in a lot of danger. What I could do is I could either shoot at them and hope to wipe them out. Bearing in mind that the arc is not very accurate at that range. It's a max range for the arc. So we have a damage drop-off and an accuracy drop-off. So I either try and kill them even though they're in cover. So we've got poor accuracy. Or we just deploy into this position here where they can't hurt us. But it means we can't shoot these guys. And then maybe we come around here next turn. So I'm going to undeploy her squad. And I'm going to move them into cover. Because I don't think leaving them there is the right option. This is where needing grenades, where I would really like to have my hands on some grenades. Now, I could take a risk and try and move her along this line. But if they anticipate that, she'll get caught out in the open again. So I'm just going to leave her there for the moment. We're going to activate Tech next, and I want to try and take out this chain gun squad in this vehicle. You know what? He has to miss at some point. That's actually 2 misses for this mission. Okay, that's that squad taken out. Now we're starting to get pushed really hard on the north, which is becoming a problem. I need to make sure these 2 squads don't recover their morale, so I'm going to open up on them right now. That's that squad taken out. And that squad taken out. I'm now going to start turning Carter so that she can start moving towards this area here. Sorry, Rhea. Okay, Pike's up next. We're going to... God, what is Pike going to do here? We could give some extra action points to Carter's squad in an attempt to move her down this way. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to activate Pike, give Carter more AP, and then I'm going to attack the chain gun squad in the vehicle, which isn't going to do much damage. Actually, it's going to wipe them out. Well, great work, Pike. That's what the grenade launcher couldn't do. These guys are deploying at point-blank range, and they're already suppressed. I'm not sure why. I think they've just got a morale break from everybody dying. Okay, Carter is active. I'm going to move her around the corner here. It's not much, but it's a little bit further forward, and I'm going to activate her first next turn in an attempt to catch these guys out. These guys are just moving in to attempt to capture. Now, let me just think about who I want to activate here. I think the best bet is going with Carter first, because I don't want her caught in the open. If I put her here, she has a shot, and she could potentially suppress the chain gun squad. Okay, the chain gun squad is MIA at the moment, but from here I can deploy her, and she has shots on these squads. So I'm going to hit X to deploy, and then I'm going to open fire on this squad here. And that's them wiped out. And we've also managed to do a morale break on these guys. Now, these guys have run in to capture this point. I'm not worried about that right now. Obviously, I have a secondary objective to keep the capture points above 80%. I may not be able to do that. I want to get Rhea in a position where she can move and shoot these guys. So if I put her here, she'll be able to open fire on these guys and suppress them, and also begin moving in to support Karna. I only have 2 rounds left in the MMG, though. Okay, that's them suppressed. They're no longer capturing. That's a grenade on Carter's squad. We just lost Valk. That's unfortunate. There's nothing really left for Tech to do over here, but I'm going to activate Pike first. We're going to get Pike's team out of deployment. I'm going to start moving them northwards. If I put them here, they will have a shot at this squad, so that's what I'm going to do. And this is also good cover for them. We only have to hold out for 1 more whole turn. I wasn't expecting that to do a lot, but it's got them in a very nasty situation. These guys just threw another grenade at Carter's squad, but they scattered it. Now it's Tech's turn. I think I'm going to undeploy Tech and put him on this angle to shoot down this way. But that'll be for next turn. Because there's no more vehicles in the south. Am I correct about that? Yeah, there's no more vehicles on this side. So we're going to undeploy Tech. We're going to move his squad to here. If I step out this turn, I don't have a shot. He's currently undetected. There's a chance I could step to here and he would still be undetected. Because he has not that many squaddies, I'm not going to take that risk. I'm just going to hold him here this turn. Next turn, he'll step out and fire. More vehicles coming in from the north, but we just have to survive this turn.
Let me have them.
Movement.
They moved out of the capture zone. Another vehicle from there. Okay, we're in round 8. We just have to survive this turn. I'm going to start with Carda. I want to take this squad out so they hopefully lose line of sight on her squad. She's lost 3 team members, which is actually really, really nasty. Okay, they are now fleeing, but we haven't killed line of sight on her squad. They're actually all coming for Carda right now. Rhea... I think it's up to Tech to try and give her some covering fire. So I step Tech to here. Oh my goodness. Well, we found out where all the enemies are. I can shoot and step back into cover here. So let's target the chain gun team. And then we'll step back into cover. That's where all the capping is coming from. But Carda squad is now no longer... They no longer know where Carda squad is. Okay. I don't know if there's much else Rhea can do here. She only has 1 shot in her gun. I could bring her to here, and she will still have a shot. See what she can see. Okay, she can't spot any enemies here, so I'm just going to shoot these guys. And that's them wiped out.
Which of you
We have
wants
unfortunately
it
lost,
next?
they could keep it over 80%, but I just couldn't control this corridor well enough. Okay, that just leaves Pike's squad. I'm probably going to get Pike's squad to engage these guys.
Who, sir?
So I put Pike here. He has cover against them, and he can still shoot. I will just shoot twice at them. They have no cover, so... So you can see how much of a difference being pinned down makes to defense. It does actually make your squads quite defensible. And now it's just the remaining pirate squads. The Chingan squad is fleeing. And that is it. We have completed the mission. So we don't have to keep playing. It's very easy to miss the leave mission button at the top of the screen and just keep fighting. We don't want to do that. Whilst I could get some more kills, I just want to leave the mission and get us out of here. We've lost 3 squaddies, and that's our only casualties. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's leave the mission. Okay, we got ourselves another light troop carrier. That's actually a really big pickup. We also got 2 outcast rags, which basically have no armor but increase your concealment. We got 1 scrap bomb, which is a very cheap grenade. We got 2 bundle grenades, which are anti-tank grenades. We got 1 scavenger suit, which is ammo of equivalent to our armor. We got a chain gun, which is very nice. And we also got ourselves a pirate pipe gun, which is not that great. It's a single shot rifle. It has long range, but not much else going for it. Okay, let's just check our the moods of our squad. So we've got euphoric, and euphoric. Excellent. So euphoric gives plus 10% accuracy, discipline, morale, and damage reduction, which is really nice. Pike got 4 kills, Carter got 4 kills, Tech got 3 kills, Rhea got 4 kills. Let's finish the mission. Okay, now, the reason I said getting ourselves another vehicle is really nice is it means we can actually afford to be a little bit riskier with our troop carrier, and if it takes damage, we have a backup one available to us. Also, if we check the black market, we now have some stuff we can sell here. If we just have a look at how much we've got, I don't need these. What are these? These are chitin, I think, chitin plates. I definitely do not want the pirate pipe gun. I have no interest in the outcast rags. If we have a look at the infantry, the scavenger suit, it has 30 armor with 30 armor durability and 2 accessory slots, which is the same. It's slightly less durability than the soft armor, but if I need to field a 4th squad, this is a cheap option, so I'm going to hold on to that. We're going to keep the bundle grenades, all of this, and I'll keep the vehicle. So I have 60 points to spend here. I'm going to spend those 60 points on some smoke grenades. Something I really want to buy for this video is an infantry dossier, a squad leader dossier, to get another squad on the go, but I still have some essentials I need to pick up, and smoke is one of those essentials, so we're going to grab some smoke for that. Let's trade that off, and I now have smoke available. Now for squads, we've probably got some promotions. I want to grab athletic for tech, so that he is a little bit easier to move, and he has a cheaper deploy cost. Even though he doesn't need to deploy to use special weapons, there will be times that I want him to deploy, and also getting up from a deployment only costing 10 AP if he gets suppressed is a bonus. So I'm going to grab athletic on him, and I think that's all of my promotion points for the moment. I think I can also promote Rhea, because level 1 promotions only cost 20. For her, I'm going to grab expert pilot, minus 50% AP for vehicle turns, and minus 4 AP for walker movement. We might get her in a walker later. Okay. Now for squads, we're going to take the anti-tank gun off tank, and we're going to give him back his crowbar. And what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to swap around the arc and the crowbar. So I'm going to give his squad the arc, and then I'm going to give them the chain gun. So this is a very aggressive assault squad now, and then we're going to give the grenade launcher to Carter's squad, which is the cheaper squad to field, so I can have a little bit more in this squad because she's a lot cheaper. There's a bit of a bug with how she's holding it. I think it's leveled up for how tall tech is, and now it's fixed itself. It was quite high in the air. We're probably going to keep Pike without a special weapon. Pike actually has a few skills that relate to not having special weapons, especially firing line, which gives his team a faster rate of fire when they don't have a special weapon equipped. So they're just going to be my infantry commandos as much as possible. All right, mission select time. We have two options. We can do the easy rescue and disengage mission, which gets us the pirate hostages, or we can do the break-off raid, which will get us a faction, a local forces item, which could be a really good weapon. Now, this is going to be quite hard, but I think our squads are in a good enough build that we could take this if we play it carefully. So I'm going to plan this mission out. There's a lot of enemies on this mission. There's also no cover. Wow. I can't back off at this point. I can back off at this point. I can also plan this mission. This is a lot easier. We just need to get into this position, and then that's it, really. We don't have to get to an evacuation point. We just have to rescue all of the teams that are here. I'm just looking at how many enemies are here. According to Intel, we are dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 enemies. We have to push into this area here, destroy two vehicles, then move to here and evacuate. This is going to be a much harder mission, but I think it's going to be a lot more fun. So I'm actually quite tempted to do this, even though it's probably a bad idea. My biggest issue here is actually ammo. I don't think we have enough ammunition to run this mission, unfortunately. I know it sounds like but I want to take the rescue and disengage mission. I think we'll rescue the soldiers. All right, now we're going to be massively over on supplies right now, so I have to rethink our squad sizes. Carter squad can stay at 5. I think that's actually fine. Pikes I'd like to keep as high as I can. Techs I could actually like some more people in it, which does make things a bit awkward. I also want to equip a lot of the special weapons. We could dump the anti-tank grenade launcher for this mission. I'm actually not loving this because of how slow it is. That will free up 18 points for us. What we could do instead is I could give an anti-tank grenade to Tech Squad, and I want to give smoke to Pike's Squad, which obviously puts us over. I also want more infantry. If I dump one squaddy from Pike's Squad, that means I can add a squaddy to Tech Squad. No, I can't. Am I happy with these squad sizes? I've got 7 in Pike's Squad. We're still going to have to drop a squaddy because... Actually, we'll drop the ammo from here. So I've got 7 here, I've got 5 here, and I've got 5 here. What I would really like to do is drop this to 6 and bring you up to 6. I think that's a little bit better. And then we'll just keep Carda with the APC. She's up to 86 action... Oh, no, she hasn't picked up any more action points. I think she's actually lost discipline. Her damage reduction's up to 8% now. So she was at -2 damage reduction in the last mission. It's gone up to 8%. She's also picked up critical chance. So you can see how the stats are changing based on her growth potential. It's actually quite big. All right, I think we're just going to push up the middle here. We could push up the side. There's a little bit of cover. We'll put Carda and Rhea over here to take this position. And then I'm going to put Pike and Tech to run up here. We'll use smoke around whatever this rock is. We'll support them with the vehicle. This shouldn't be a very long mission. Let's deploy and get it done.
About damn time.
You're also starting to see why I took some cheaper squads at the start of the game. If I'd taken all the really expensive squads, like I had Achilles and I had Darby, I'd be really struggling to field a completed unit at the moment. Right now, though, I don't have to worry about that. We're just going to run forward because what's going to happen is Pike because Pike has his the scout ability. He's going to out view any enemies, and he can just run forward and stay concealed. Okay, no sign of any enemies on the approach. That's great for us. Just want to get in there as quickly as possible and rescue Alpha Bravo, Mortar, and MG team. That's the local forces team taking that building. I think what squad is this? This is just squad. But you can see that they're local forces. They are like local, I guess, militia. Looks like they've got crowbars though, which is pretty nice, and they've taken a really nice defensive position. I'm on board with that. Let's get Carter's squad into the APC. Had a couple of people ask me in the comments if a squad can shoot out of the APC. They cannot, even though it's open-topped. I would love a squad leader that has that ability, though. That gives them, like, party buses their ability or something. Okay, another local forces squad taking position here. I honestly don't think this is going to be a very long mission. Let's just charge forward with Rhea. I can afford to be a little bit risky with this now that we have the second APC.
About time, man.
And we'll just run forward with Tech as well. Tech able to run further forward because he has fleet of foot, which Pike does not have. One thing you have to do with these missions, though, is you do have to get in position quickly, or the people you're trying to save get cut to ribbons. So obviously just trying to defend this barracks, or this little fortress. Oh, that's the mortar squad I think we're defending. I mean, okay. Somebody just got hurt. Doesn't look like any of my squad people I'm trying to help died, though. Let's get Tech forward. Some of these missions can be quite hard because you're just running into position. Also, I wanted to get a look at Tech's chain gun. I think it suits him very well. Oh, mortar MG team just deployed. That was awesome. I love the way he racked that before he fired. I know that was what he was have to do, but it just looked really cool. Let's get Rhea in cover here. And you can see here the downside of a vehicle is she doesn't have great line of sight. She can't see very far. We need to get into this fight. It's clear they're engaging over here. So let's get Carta on the field. We're going to move her to here. And that's her going to rescue this team here, I think. I'm not sure how we rescue, actually. Do we just have to kill all the enemies? I haven't actually done one of these missions. Okay, this squad is coming out of the building. This is actually a fantastic position here. Cover on all sides. And they've just deployed. Might get Pike's team in this building because they've got the long-range weapons and the ability to scout. Let's just run them over this way for this turn. Get me some vision. Okay, the enemy aren't as close as I thought. Ah, they're deploying out of vehicles in the distance. This team is not particularly well deployed right now. Okay, local forces have carbines. I think this is going to be an absolute massacre, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, Carda's team. Unfortunately, these guys have got the cover I want here. I could put her here. Doesn't get me great. I'm going to wait for the zone to develop a little bit. Let's just move Tech's team up. We definitely want to get some of those disposable anti-tank missile launchers rather than relying on that grenade launcher right now. I don't want to devote an entire squad to it. If we get another squad leader, we can have like a 3-man squad with a grenade launcher, and that's fine. But I don't want to devote a fighting squad. I'm thinking of these 3 squads as my main fight. Oh, nice machine gun. Also suppress these guys by firing over their heads. Bringing Rhea to here seems like a good shout. And now you can see her moving much better because she's not using as many AP to turn. That also gets me line of sight down here where we can find the mortar squad. Oh, they're shooting at someone over here. Oh, there's a squad in cover here, so that's going to be Carter's job. Let's get Carter into this building then. Oh, actually, maybe we don't need to. Now, how do I rescue these squads? This is one thing I'm not sure about. Maybe we just have to kill all the enemies. I'm going to get Carter in here. Ah, enemy trucks. Okay. I don't think I've got shots on them. I'm going to take them just because we've got shots. Cool. So Carter going to hold this side in that tower. I'd like to get Tech in this building if I can. They're actually deploying into decent cover there. These guys are pulling back slightly. I'm pretty sure we just have to hold the port and we'll complete the mission.
Try that in space.
We're not in space, mate. We're on, what's the name of this planet? Muck? something disgusting, I think. These are just outlaws. We've got a chain gun team moving in. They're a problem. I do think the chain gun looks very cool. The fact you can move and shoot with a chain gun makes it a fantastic weapon. This is a danger. Priority target. This is a pirate flamethrower team. They are very, very nasty. Who cares about cover when you've got fire? So we have to watch out for them. Okay. At the moment, they've deployed in a terrible position. Unfortunately, I don't think Carter has shots. Carter has shots on them. They are our priority target. I want to take them out now. I will double fire them. Obviously, the gun is not great at this range, but I do not want them getting in close. They would do so much damage. Ooh, the mortar's taking hits. That's not good. Good work covering your teammates. Okay, that chain gun team is out. I'm gonna get Pike's team in the building. They won't have enough AP to do anything else this turn, but that gets me more vision. That's a scavenger team. Oh, these guys are taking a lot of hits. And they're now pinned. We need to get in there. We need to defend them. Okay, please take out the... Okay, everything over here is fleeing. This is huge. We've just broken this attack. Rescue and disengage. I don't know what it means to rescue the squads. Let's get Tech's team into this building. I'm pretty sure we just have to move in and engage the enemy. Oh my god. Okay, we just rescued the mortar team. So we do actually have to move into these squares to rescue them. Then how do I rescue the infantry? I guess I have to move into those squares. Okay. Alright, let's get Rhea here. Oh. Someone just... I'm using OBS to record, and someone just subscribed to my channel. That's what that noise was. I need to turn my alerts off when I'm recording. I didn't even think that would be a problem. I'm thinking about a position where Rhea will be able to shoot. So I need to get Pike's team to rescue these guys. Okay, no, we just have to finish our turn. We have to just finish. So if I move Rhea here, then that should rescue the MG team. Yes, it did. Okay, I just have to rescue them then. Well, that's easy. We'll just get the last team with Carda next turn, and we completed the mission. We don't have to get into this massive firefight because this is turning into a bloodbath. It says I've rescued them, but it's saying 0 of 3.
Let him make it.
It does say disengage. That's my one concern. God, there's so many hostiles moving in. That's a chain gun team. Okay, we're going to just try with Carda to see if that finishes the mission for me. Okay, that's all of them rescued. But that has not ended the mission. And I don't have... Ah! We need to pull back to the... Oh, this is cool. We'd actually do a fighting retreat here. Okay, I'm going to hold Carda in this... Actually, these guys are all fleeing. I'm just going to bring Carda back to here. She can anchor our rear for the next couple of turns. So we actually have to pull them out. That's really cool. So I guess I can actually play as them. We're going to have to do something like this, though, because everyone here is pinned down. Yes, I can actually play as the teams I'm rescuing. Okay, we're going to suppress all of these guys with a chain gun shot. And I'm going to suppress these guys here. Actually, I'm going to open up these guys with my... no, chain gun shot on them. Okay, that's not as good as I thought it was going to be. We'll just shoot them with the... So we're going to leave Tech and Pike are going to anchor this area while we pull these teams out. And then we'll just do a fighting retreat on this line once we get a chance. I still have a shot with these guys. Let's try and suppress this team as well. Actually, no, this team here. Okay, didn't get this on. This is a really good defensive position, these towers. Unless they use RPGs on them. Alright, I'm going to leave the infantry to last. Pike's team do have shots from here. So I am going to fire on these guys. And I'm going to fire on these guys. Just try and build up some fire. Okay. So these guys have used their actions because they're pinned. I want to start pulling these guys back. I'll just move them to... Oh, I need to get them to stand up, and I'm going to get them to move to here. They won't have a shot if I do that. Oh, they've got some great gear, by the way. AT grenades, smoke grenades. Ooh. If I smoke here, I can withdraw. If I smoke here, I can withdraw. Yes. That gives these squads line of sight breaks so they can get out of danger. And we can also do something about this squad here with these guys right now. Actually, but I'm going to... no, I think I'm going to afford to take a shot. If we can suppress these guys, then it makes my extraction much easier. No, Rhea can do that. Let's pull these guys out. Because I can pull Tech's team back to this position, and we can hold this line while the other squads retreat. Yeah, I think the enemy are just going to keep coming until we get everybody out. And this is a lot of enemies. All right, you guys fall back to here. They're only maybe one sprint away from getting out once they're on the sandbag line. But this is a problem. Priority target number 1 is the Shingun team, but the smoke's going to break line of sight for anyone firing in this direction.
Okay, okay.
Okay, which means also means that Rhea can't shoot anyone. I'm going to put Rhea in cover here. And we're just going to open fire at anyone who is a huge risk, which is these guys at the moment. And then we're going to shoot at these. Okay, she can't shoot at anyone else's turn. I am going to turn her to face this way. Actually, I'm going to turn her... I'm not going to turn her. Side armor is better than rear armor, and I want her to be able to drive out without needing to rotate. No, I'm going to get her to face forward. It doesn't use up that much AP, and I want to make sure she's got her frontal armor facing. This is a fun mission. I haven't done this type of mission before. Get in, pull the teams out, and retreat. If I knew I had to, like, capture them, I would have done that a little bit faster, but that's okay. I'm just going to fast forward through the pirate moves right now. Those guys are retreating. These guys are also retreating. They may actually disband. They didn't. Okay, I want to get the mortar out of dodge. I can't. Is the mortar still pinned? These guys I can move, but I can't. The mortar must still be pinned. Let's get the machine gun out of dodge, though. So I'm going to undeploy it. And I'm just going to get them. Can they get into the... They can get into the APC. I can put the mortar squad in the APC. Okay, I'm just going to get these guys to run back, because that's all they can do this turn. But there's no line of sight to them. Everyone back here is out of enemy line of sight at the moment. They're just shooting at Tech Squad, which is fine. Okay. I'm worried about the mortar squad. Why can't I do anything with them? I think it's just because they're suppressed. I think they were over the pin value at the start of turn. Let's activate Tech's squad, and we're just going to have to deal with anyone who's a major threat here. I think we need to kill the chain gun team. I'm going to try and suppress them, because I've got one shot left with the chain gun. Okay, that suppressed them and pinned them. That's something. We're going to have to get Tech out of this tower soon. Okay, Carda. I want to engage these guys and suppress them. We're just gonna go. I know full auto's not good at that range. Come on, Carda. I needed more than that. You just don't have enough people in your squad, do you? A grenade would be great right now. Okay, that didn't do very much at all. Yeah, we need to get Tech out of that tower. The big problem is I'm really worried about the squad. I'm just gonna pull these guys out, I think. They can act as a rear guard back here while everybody else retreats, because they only need one movement to get into cover. Okay, yeah, if they keep RPGing the tower, we're going to lose Tech. It's actually about to collapse. So I'm actually going to give Pike to give him an extra... I can't, damn it. Ooh, what if I get Pike to give these guys an extra action? Can I now get them out of dodge? I can't find out this turn. I'm also just going to smoke down here again. Okay, good. That gives us avenues of retreat for those squads. Oh, the building's gonna go down. Oh, they missed. No, don't. Hold. Okay, can I get Tech out of there? I can't. Tech's super pinned. Okay. Oh, no, Tech's already active. Let's get the mortar out of here, though. Let's undeploy the mortar. They can't move this turn. Oh, they can. Yeah, they can't move this turn, but they're undeployed now for next turn. And they're in a smoke.
Keep your head down.
Carter squad's fine. Not deployed, though. I might need to deploy them next turn. Rhea has shots on these people. Okay, that's them out. Not much to them, unfortunately. And I want her to face this way. so I can get the mortar team into the back of the APC to get them out when it's time. Alright, these guys, I'm going to bring them back to here. They're going to act as another rear guard. We'll get them deployed, ready to just deal with anyone coming in, and they just have a sprint to get out when they're done. That's another enemy Vic coming in. This is nuts! So many vehicles, wow. And I didn't take the anti-tank. I don't think the anti-tank grenade would have worked on this mission, but I'm still sad I didn't take it. Is tech available? No. So my only option is to attempt to give him extra AP with Pike, but I can't target him. So I'm just going to get the mortar out of here. Because it's very, very vulnerable. That's all it can do. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Tech is in a lot of danger right now. In fact, I may lose Tech squad. I can give them extra AP now. No, I can't. And I can't smoke far enough forward either. If I move Pike to here, let's see how far he can smoke from there. I need to smoke Tech, or Tech dies. I can't smoke Tech from there. If I move there, I can still smoke. My last smoke grenade. I can smoke Tech from there. Please cover Tech squad. Okay. Tech is in the smoke, but not out of line of sight at this point. Okay, you guys are not important right now. Do I drive Ray to here so it's quicker to get Tech in? I don't think so. I don't think that helps. I'm trying to think what... So what do I still have? I've got Rhea. I've got these guys who aren't doing anything. I've got the MG team that just needs to withdraw. I've got this team that needs to set up. And I've got Carda. I could get Rhea to shoot at these guys. But I think I just leave her where she is. I can't get her to shoot there? That's annoying. I could get her to reverse to here. And basically face backwards. It's awkward as hell. But if I get her to move here. And then get her to face this way. That gives Tac Squad the run into the APC that they need. I still can't shoot these guys. I can't shoot into the smoke. Why can't I just, like, force her to fire at the target? I could tell her to shoot... Like, I could tell her just to shoot the ground here, but I can't tell her to shoot the ground here. Which is actually really frustrating. In which case, I think I'm just going to get her to... If I get her to reverse to here, she still has a shot, and she should see them. Hello. And now I can open fire on them. And miss with every shot. Okay, let's just move back forward into the smoke. So getting teched here is going to be difficult. No, don't spot tech. Okay, you guys just get into cover here to cover Carda. You don't. Oh, you do actually have shots on them. You could also just cover Carda with smoke. If I do that, I could pull. Actually, with these guys here, I could pull Carda over here to help this engagement. So I'm just going to shoot at. I'm going to. If I deploy the squad, do I still have a shot? I do. I'm going to deploy the squad. I'm just going to shoot at these guys. And that means Carda can redirect to over here. These guys are also redirecting to over here. Okay, let's get Carda to here. When the smoke clears, she'll have line of sight. And we'll deploy her here. That leaves the MG, which I'm just going to run. I could set the MG up here. But I think I just want to get it out. Because I'm worried about more enemies coming in. We may actually have hit the limit of enemies. I'm not sure. Stay alive, Tech. You guys can't shoot at anyone this turn, but you're in a great position for next turn. Please, Tech, survive.
Lay down and rot.
Okay, there's so many enemies still coming. I don't know if we're going to get Tech out. I'm really worried we're going to lose Tech. I did not expect there to be so many enemies.
Yeah, I'm back. I bleed blood,
The mortar would be
sweat,
great
and
right now. Okay, Tech is still mega suppressed.
Sir,
I'm going to give him more AP in an attempt to get him out of there. And then I'm going to actually smoke him again in case he can't get out of there. And then there's nothing else I can do with Pike. Okay, we just lost the mortar squad.
You're not dead. I looked way worse than that.
If I get tech squad behind the wall,
Sir?
Alright, let's get it.
I can get them behind. Look at the route he has to take to get there. That's the safest position for him, though, right now. So I'm going to run him. Wait, no, he can't make it there. There's too many enemies between him and safety.
What?
I really don't know what to do. I could get Rhea to shoot at this squad here. Sorry about that in the background. 1 second. Nah, she's not going to be able to do it. I don't know how to get Tech out of this jam. I have to hope that maybe a squad moves in front of him. Stop suppressing him. Stop suppressing him.
Sir?
On my ass, Major.
What do I do? Do I deploy the MG?
Sir?
I can't shoot at anyone because I can't see them. I can shoot at these guys.
Here we go.
I'm just trying to break them so they flee. Really. I think I have to. I think I have to deploy the MG to try and get Tech out of here, and I might need to bring the other infantry squad forward to use more of their smoke.
They're on my ass, Major.
Okay, I'm going to deploy the MG, and we're going to take a shot right here. Okay, they're pinned, and we suppress this squad, but Tech is still in a lot of danger, and they're still shooting at Tech like crazy.
Me too.
I might need to bring this squad in. All right. Tech is standing up again. I'm hoping that stepping him up pretty much at the end of the enemy's turn means he won't be pinned next turn. They're pulling back. I'm going to... How far can you guys throw a smoke grenade? Not very far. I'm going to undeploy this team and bring them forward to this wall so that they can help with smoke next turn. I just need to get Tech into the APC. That's all I need to do. This squad I'm going to hold here just in case anyone comes from this direction. I don't want to be caught out. Stop shooting at Tech. This is awful. He's got a team on every side of him. He can move into this space potentially. Okay, they have freed an avenue for him to go this way. All right, I don't think he can move right now.
They're on my ass, Major.
He can get to here. Or he can get to here, which is cover. Okay, he's out of the immediate danger zone. But he still has a long way to go. I need to worry about watch out for friendly fire now. I think I smoke this. I think I get Rhea. Hang on, let's just cancel that. I think I get Rhea to try and break these guys. But I'm really worried about friendly fire because Tech is next to them. The other option is I get Rhea to run them over, which does put her in position of getting shot at with RPGs. What other options do I have? Pike is out of smoke grenades. I can move him to here. Carda has nothing. These guys here have smoke, which they can deploy to here. And I have the MG as well. I mean, I could fire the MG. Why can't I shoot the MG? I can shoot the MG right here. Or back here. I'm just really, really worried about friendly fire. Okay, the angle is good. Okay, I think we just suppressed all of them. I don't think I suppressed... I did suppress Tech, but that's fine, because I'm going to use Pike to give him extra actions.
Sir.
Okay, I'm going to move Pike to here, so he's not blocking any of the lanes. And I'm going to get him to give Tech more AP. And that's all he can do. And now Tech can get to here, which means if I hold him now, next at the end of the turn, my last action will be to move him to this square, and then he moves first next turn and gets into the APC, and then we can just pull everybody out. Okay, that's the plan. Carda has shots on these guys. Not great shots, but we take them. Because she can just run out of there when she's done. I was going to give them as many actions as possible so that there's as little as possible to do something when we get out of this situation. You haven't got shots at anyone right
They're
now.
on my ass, Major.
Let's activate...
On my ass, Major.
I'm not going to shoot with Rhea just in case we do friendly fire. What I am going to do is I am going to throw a smoke grenade here. Oh crap, can he actually make it into the square? It said he could, it said he could. Alright, and then I'm going to just start pulling these guys back. These guys can shoot at this tile. They're probably not doing a lot of damage, but if they suppress these guys, that's fine. Okay, more guys moving in from the left. I'm glad I left them there to anchor that side. Okay, so we'll know for the future, do not push too far forward in these missions. Alright, let's get Tech to stand up and move to here, which keeps him in the smoke. And I don't think Rhea can shoot at anyone back here, so I'm not going to shoot with her. I'm just going to end her turn. Donker, no! Okay, can Tech act? Yes, get in the APC. Okay, we've extracted Tech's team. Now we need to deal with all of this, but we just pull out. All we're going to do now is pull out. Okay, you guys can stay here for now. The APC can't be suppressed. It can be RPG'd though, but I think Pike's team is actually in the worst position. So I'm going to move Pike's team around the side of the building. And I'm just going to get them to pot shot at what they can shoot at, which is basically this team here that hasn't got cover. Cool, that's a double suppression, which is really, really, really handy. Ooh, there goes Carta's cover. Carta is now super exposed, so let's get her out of there. I'm just going to run her back. We're now just in full retreat. What a mission! This was very cool. Okay, they can hold there. I'm now going to pull Rhea back. We'll just pull her to where she can still get a shot off, I think. God, I'm really glad I didn't do the hard mission. If this is what the easy mission is like. We'll just shoot at this group over here. Okay. Oh, that was loud. That was actually a major morale break for the enemy, which I'm really happy about. Okay, we are now all out of line of sight to the enemy. They can't see any of our units right now. Okay, I think I'm just going to extract this squad. Do they just disappear when they run into the rescue zone? I think I need to get all my squads into the rescue zone. Alright, you guys just start running. You'll have more movement next turn when you're not deployed. Get that machine gun out of there. I'm going to drop another smoke grenade here, just to make sure our exfiltrate is covered. We'll drop it right here. And then we'll get these guys to run. And now we just pull everyone else out. The MG can't quite make it this turn. So, it might be because these guys are in front of it. Let's just pull these guys out first. I should have actually pulled Pike out first. That was a mistake. No, the MG could be killed by just like random fire. Let's get the MG out.
What?
Okay, and then I want to get Carta out. Because Pike's currently covered by the smoke. We might actually be able to complete this within 12 rounds. Just to get the MG team over the line and we've won.
All right, sir. Listen up. We're moving.
Get everybody out.
About time, man.
You're staying in there. Oh, we failed it because we just... No, we did. Mission accomplished. Whew. Oh, let's leave the mission before anything bad happens. Okay, that was insane. That was one hell of a mission. We got ourselves a workshopped RPG, which isn't great, but it's an RPG. We got ourselves an ammo bag, which gets you more secondary special weapon ammo. And we got ourselves another chain gun, which is quite fun. We picked up 20 promotion points, and we have those team members for the next mission. I need to go check on the dog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this recording here. I'm just checking for any negative states. I'll just do my normal black market stuff. So our last mission is to defeat the pirate forces. That's going to be in the next video. For now, let's check our squaddies. What are we doing here? We've gone up to 57, 9% damage reduction, 1 crit, 1 defense. We don't have enough promotion points to promote everybody right now. Black market, I'm probably looking to not really sell any of this, which means I can't buy anything right now. This grenade launcher is worth 50 though. I'm quite tempted, honestly, to pick up another squad member, another squad leader. But I don't really want to sell any of the stuff we have here. We're pretty much just need to get ready for the next mission. So that's what I'll be doing in the next video, is we'll be doing the Defeat Pirate Forces mission, and we'll be starting a new operation. But I think this one has gone on for long enough, and that last mission was pretty intense. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break before I jump into this one to make sure I'm not too tired. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you're enjoying Menace as much as I am. I'll also see there will be more Xenonauts 2 this weekend as well. And I'm going to try and get back to Voices of the Void. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying my content, I am streaming Phantom Brigade tomorrow when this video comes out. Probably like 12 or 13 hours after the video comes out, if you're interested, on YouTube and on Twitch. I also stream Terra Invicta, and at the moment I've just started a new campaign of Rogue Trader, which is going down really, really well. If you're enjoying the videos as well, please like, subscribe, leave comments. It lets me know you're enjoying what I'm doing, and it means I work harder to make more content for you. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Thanks again. I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now. Bye.